Last night, I watched something strange happen. Two people were talking. Calm voices, smiles, no argument, no tension. And yet, one of them was slowly being controlled right in front of me. They laughed, they nodded, they agreed to things they didn't even want. And the scariest part? They had no idea it was happening. If that feels unsettling, good, because this doesn't just happen to other people. It happens in everyday conversations, at work, in relationships, in families. Sometimes it happens to you before breakfast. Stay with me, because once you see these patterns, your brain won't ignore them anymore. And if you want to understand people on a deeper level, how influence really works beneath the surface, subscribe to Mind Shift Motivated right now. Because what you're about to hear will quietly change how you see human behavior forever. Here's the strange truth. Manipulation rarely looks aggressive. It looks kind, patient, understanding. Sometimes it even feels like love. But beneath the warmth, something else is happening. Invisible pressure, emotional steering, quiet control. Let me show you 5 psychological moves that manipulators use so smoothly you think you chose everything yourself. The first thing they do is make you feel unusually special, fast. Not normal appreciation, not gradual connection, intense attention, deep compliments, immediate closeness. It feels amazing because your brain loves recognition. It releases reward chemicals that say, this person is important, stay close. But here's the hidden part. They aren't just connecting with you, they're conditioning you. When someone gives you strong, positive attention early, your brain starts linking them with emotional safety. Then, slowly, that warmth becomes inconsistent. Less attention, less praise, less closeness. And suddenly, you feel a quiet drop inside. You start wondering what changed. You try harder. You adjust yourself. You chase the feeling you had before. You think you're protecting the connection, but you're actually responding to emotional withdrawal, the same reinforcement pattern that makes gambling addictive. Unpredictable reward creates obsession. Healthy relationships grow steadily. Manipulative ones create emotional highs, then make you work to get them back. The second move is emotional reversal. They become the victim whenever something goes wrong. You bring up something that hurt you, and somehow the conversation turns into their pain, their stress, their struggles. Your brain switches roles instantly. Instead of being hurt, you feel guilty for even mentioning it. Instead of needing comfort, you start giving it. This works because empathy is automatic in caring people. When someone expresses distress, your nervous system softens, your focus shifts outward. Accountability disappears. Over time, you stop raising concerns at all because every conversation becomes emotional quicksand. The deeper issue is never resolved, only redirected. Healthy people can hold 2 realities at once, your pain and theirs. Manipulators replace yours with theirs. The third pattern is gradual boundary erosion. Nothing dramatic, nothing obvious, just small moments that feel slightly uncomfortable. A joke that stings a little, a request that feels slightly inconvenient, a promise that gets broken just this once. Each moment seems too small to confront, so you stay quiet. But psychologically, silence is feedback. Your brain learns to tolerate more. Their brain learns they can take more. Behavior expands to the level that is permitted. Not because they misunderstood, but because they measured. And the most important moment is always the first one. That's when patterns are being mapped. That's when limits are being tested. People who respect you adjust when you speak up. People who want control resist when you do. The fourth tactic is emotional unpredictability. Warm one day, distant the next, engaged, then withdrawn, then affectionate again. Your nervous system hates inconsistency. It tries to detect patterns, predict outcomes, restore stability. So you start monitoring yourself, analyzing your words, adjusting your behavior, watching every reaction. But there is no pattern to solve. The instability is the mechanism. Intermittent emotional availability increases psychological fixation. It creates vigilance, attachment anxiety, and reward-seeking behavior all at once. You become focused on restoring closeness instead of noticing why closeness keeps disappearing. Consistency creates safety. Unpredictability creates dependency. And the fifth move is the quietest: social narrowing. They never say, "Don't see your friends." They just make small comments. That person doesn't really understand you. Your family never appreciated you. I'm the only one who really listens. Tiny suggestions, repeated gently. Doubt grows slowly, like fog filling a room. You start sharing less with others. You start turning towards them more. Your world becomes smaller, and they become central. Psychologically, isolation removes external reality checks. Without other perspectives, the brain normalizes whatever environment it lives in. And when one person becomes your main emotional reference point, influence becomes effortless. Healthy connection expands your life. Manipulative connection compresses it. Now, here's the important part. None of this works because you're weak. It works because you're human. Your brain is built for bonding, for empathy, for trust, for belonging. Manipulation exploits the same systems that create love and connection. That's why kind people are targeted most often, not because they're naive, but because they're open. But awareness changes everything. When attention feels too intense too fast, pause. When conversations erase your feelings, notice. When discomfort grows slowly, speak. When behavior feels confusing, step back. When your world gets smaller, reconnect outward. Control needs unconscious participation. Clarity breaks the loop. Think about one relationship in your life right now. Just one. Not the worst one, not the best one. Just the one that came to mind first. Observe patterns, not promises. Consistency, not intensity. Expansion, not restriction. You don't need confrontation. You don't need drama. You just need awareness and one clear boundary at a time. And once you see these patterns, you won't move through conversations the same way again. If this shifted something inside you, subscribe to Mind Shift Motivated, because understanding people isn't about fear, it's about freedom. Protect your attention, protect your boundaries, protect the part of you that trusts deeply. That part of you is powerful, and now it's also informed.